All right.
Sorry
Uh,
ahead of time of the cough, Scott. I'll try to mute whenever it's coming.
oh,
All good.
good man.
No worries.
All right, so welcome back, guys. Nice to have you along again. And as I said, I'm very excited to see where this adventure will take us. With you guys, smooth sailing off the island. No, nothing possibly could go wrong. There was the small matter of the Queen Anslin from Clifton was assassinated. Rumors abound who did it. The chief suspect is the king's brother, Fowlin McAllister, who is already on the run for an attempted murder on the king himself. So here's the first thing, and they talked about the viciousness of the killing as well, and how he left nothing but a pile of ashes, and burnt her, it seems. Udas, getting a bit of fisticuffs, which maybe getting out some aggression about George and beating up on some innocent orcs. And to be fair, he did get out a lot of anger. A lot of it come out in swirly tendrils that killed an orc and killed lots of people, but thanks to Rafe's heroic actions in his lay on hands, only 3 of them died. I try and make that sound trivial, but it's not. 3 people are dead as a result of Udas's actions. Yes, so as I said in the chat, like, you're all gone across and gonna go different places. Now, to make this more straightforward and keeping up the idea of suspense about what people are happening and what's going on, I'm going to go through and talk to some people individually. Now, I'm going to start with you, Mr. Rafe. So I'm going to take it that you're all in the tavern, you've all calmed down, Udas has been hurled away, and you had a plan. Eris and Soren off to the docks. Udas, we all know where Udas is. Soren, who is going to be playing... Oh, no, not Soren, sorry. Roman and Armistice is going to dash off and try and tack into the criminal underbelly. But we're going to start with you, Mr. Rafe. So, if you wouldn't mind it, bump over to the other voice channel, if you'd be so kind. Oops. Sorry.
Are you
All
There we
right.
go. Took me a moment to get there. So, you got the note?
Yep.
Yep. Are you going to... Let me get my notes, which are different to your notes.
Hang on a second. Sorry, my headset fell out.
Oh, no problem.
Need it.
So, do you head over to the Gifted Bell Inn?
Yes. Try and watch so anybody's following him.
Okay. Let's get a first roll out of the night then. Make me a perception check. Okay, I mean, you're a suspicious type. You've done these types of things before, and you keep an eye out behind you, seeing if anybody's following you. I mean, at the very best, you're a friend of someone who killed people. Whether you're, that
Right.
type of person or not, you're not sure, but you're pretty sure no one's following you.
Okay.
Okay. You just wander in the front door of the Gifted Bell.
Yeah, gonna go in front, but gonna watch for anybody who's looking for him, and then he'll go in to try to find a table close to the door.
Okay. Well, as you enter in there, the whole inn is a pretty busy inn. There's lots of people yelling and laughing and drinking up. It's very much in the midst of happy hour. And at the back of the inn, you do see Lathan Dawson there, lounging in more or less like a booth towards the back, and he's got a couple of beefy looking guards with him. You assume members of the assembled.
Okay. All right. He's gonna roll the dice, and he'll walk up to him.
Oh, what? Rafe, I believe, is it? Rafe, why don't you have a seat?
Rafe nods. He's gonna, if he can, he's gonna try to sit with his back to the wall as possible.
Um, he beckons you to sit down. It's pretty easy to keep your back to the wall just because this is a corner booth, so that's pretty easy.
Mhm.
He says, yes, Rafe, have a seat. We need to talk. You two, assemble. Just keep your distance. This is a private conversation just for me and Rafe. Is that what I should call you, Rafe?
Yes. Rafe nods. Yeah.
Well, first of all, what are you doing here on Boothwyn Island, Rafe? This is not where I expected you to be, but here you are.
Um, Random circumstance. Not exactly here by design.
Oh, well, I guess you're on the run. It does take you to some unusual places.
Yeah. Look around.
Now,
Something you wanted. You wanted. Go ahead.
yeah, well, I know, Rafe, that you're accused of something from your brother. And I know you didn't try to kill that damn fool brother of yours. It's pretty obvious what he's doing. He's trying to grab power for himself, and you're an encumbrance to that, shall we say. So, let's just put the cards on the table. I know you didn't try to assassinate your brother. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. Power's always been his game. Him and my father's been power is their game.
Of course, of course. And I know it goes without saying that you did not kill the queen either.
He gets kind of dark face on that one.
Why the dark face?
I want to know who did and why.
Well, that is quite the mystery. I mean, you're blamed, but you've killed men before in battle, and I can't imagine you killing the queen, let alone burning her corpse. But that is another list of crimes you've been accused of. Do you know what the reward going around for you is?
No, I'm interested.
10,000 gold pieces.
Mm,
It's been increased with the queen being dead. Now,
well,
you know, I could turn you in this instant. You know that, right?
yeah, I figured you could do that though when you first saw me. So
Yes, but I didn't. But I have interests here in town, Rafe, that I was hoping you could help me out with.
Okay.
Now, I assume you met Winston Bellow, the most senior member of the assembled here and leadership of the town. Have you met Winston Bellow? Oh, of course you have. That's where I saw you first.
right.
Now, this Winston Bellow is proving troublesome. Now, I know you have the gift for killing, Rafe. So why don't you give that gift to Winston and forget I ever saw you?
I'm not an assassin. Is there something else you could do?
No, that's it. I require Winston Bellow, the leader of this town, dead.
Okay.
Can you either make me a persuasion or a deception, please, Rafe? Sounds more deception-y.
Yeah. Rolling badly though.
Now, what's more important to you, Rafe? I don't feel that your heart is in it.
I'm not an assassin.
Yeah, but I assume you'd like to avenge the queen killings? I assume you'd like to settle the score with your brother. That's not going to happen if you're locked up in chains underneath Clifton, the
True.
Clifton Castle.
And I have a
So-
feeling you want power and you want influence as well in the kingdom. That's not going to happen by you turning me in either. You know, I'm going to one day going to be backed into the kingdom, and you're going to be on my good side. So I don't think that you're going to turn me in that easily. That's turning in a good hand too early.
Oh, you underestimate me, Rafe. You're just a pawn. I mean, all your influence you had in the military is gone. You're going around with these damn fools trying to clean up the messes. So I think I mean, it's always about the money, Rafe. It's always about the money. And war is just so delightfully profitable. And my profits will soar if you do this little favor for me.
Yeah, I'm not an assassin. I can do things for you. We can make a deal for later. I can even owe a favor, but I'm not an assassin. If you want to turn that card in now, you can, or you can hold it for something better later.
Your companions, shall we say, are like that gentleman Armistice. Has he told you much about himself? Do you know who Armistice really is?
I have ideas.
Well, I suggest you mention this proposition to your companions. I think it'll be most beneficial to you.
Okay.
So,
I can relay a message if that's what you wish. I can relay a message to Armistice if it's a deal he wants to do. It's up to him. But I'm not an assassin. Is that fair?
well, I mean, you prefer to kill a man by looking him in the eye, as far as I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
So, Rafe. Okay. I'll put it this way. I require Winston Bellow dead. It serves me well. This is a requirement I have for not exposing you and having you locked up in the towers beneath Clifton Castle. If you do not want to take this deal, then, well, let's just say, watch your back. Sleep with your eyes open. You may go.
Fair enough. Rafe will leave.
Okay, back to other voice channel, unless there's something else you'd like to do.
Nope, that's good.
Okay. Bing.
He will, though. He would.
Yeah, keep talking, Udas. You're next. Voice channel 2, please. So, you're in... You're taken to the main castle here in Carmen. Yep.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I couldn't tell whether you could hear me or not.
Oh, no, I could hear you. Yep. So, as you know, you're taken to the main castle and you're put underneath in a cell. Now, that, as somebody already mentioned, the role-playing stuff you did was cool.
Thank you.
So, you're just a wreck, right? Springing back memories of Naus, all that messiness that set you on this path initially. Yeah?
Oh, yeah. But, like, that was the night. Assume if we're moving into the next morning, he's gotten himself back together and remembered. That's why I asked you the question earlier this week. He remembered the deal, and so he knows he might his anger is now redirected towards the fact that he knows he'll never go home and he'll probably die at the end of all this. But as long as he can accomplish the mission of saving his son, it will all be worth it.
Okay. So let's go back in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Okay, you're there. There's a guard outside. You haven't paid him much attention, but if you did, he'd look pretty bored. And as you're kind of curled up in a corner in the cell, you hear a voice coming from inside the cell. And it says, Judas, Judas, Judas. You've gotten yourself into quite a pickle, haven't you?
I didn't do it on purpose. I don't know what this is.
You're saying that to the voice?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, if purposeful or not, it doesn't matter. You know that your son Nels's life hangs in the ballot, do you not? You know that, right?
of course.
Now, I know you don't give a damn about yourself. But Nels, Viora, a different story, yes.
They're all I care about.
And yet you are here in this cell looking to more than likely hang in the morning. And you know that will be our deal over, do you not? Your son will choke and he will die, and that will be his story.
He just like his shame is attacked by more shame, and it just burns away, and it's just all anger now.
Are you still curled in the corner? Do you look at the voice that's talking to you?
Is there an actual figure?
Yeah. There's a
Oh.
the cloaked figure from previous.
I just
Mhm.
yeah. I just
Yeah.
thought it was just a voice.
No, there's a voice coming from the cell, and you turn around and you see the cloaked figure. Interestingly, the guard is paying no attention whatsoever. Though you'd know the guard, if the guard could hear it, it would be a very, it's obvious that someone's in the cell with you. But you hear the guard, will you stop talking to yourself, idiot? Choose your words carefully, you're going to be dead in the morning, so save your breath, you're going to need it. Completely ignoring the cloaked figure that you can obviously see.
I just stare at the cloaked figure.
You can't see his face. It's a black cloak and his face is in the shadows. I mean, it's already damn dark here in the prison cell anyway, but you have no you have no you cannot see his face. You cannot see his face. Now, I've done my part to save your son. I've keeping up my end of the bargain. Let me be clear. I'm not going to lift a finger to help you. You already owe me a favor of sorts. So I assume you're gonna... What are you going to do, Udas? You're going to be taken to court tomorrow? You're going to be trialed? You're going to be found guilty? And you're going to hang.
I will fight back.
You'll fight
But
back?
I whisper this. I'm not trying to talk loud enough for the
Sure.
guard to hear.
So you will kill a man to save your son?
As many as it takes.
You would kill a woman to save your son?
Yeah.
You would kill a child to save your son?
Not on purpose.
That's not what I'm asking. Would you kill a child if it meant saving your son?
Yeah.
There's an entire village out there, the vast majority of which are baying for your blood. Would you kill a village to save your son?
Yeah.
You're a changed man, Udas. I don't know what type of monster but you have become. But you're a monster that's happy to kill children, happy to kill entire villages. You have changed, Udas. And with that, the cloaked figure kind of disappears into smoke.
And he'll just scream as he dissipates. There is no happiness left.
And the guard just rattles his sword along. Settle down! Settle down! Just goes to stab you. You can't, but he's just pretending. You do anything?
No. That's
Okay, cool.
just
So-
gonna wait for bide my time.
Okay,
Wait for the right moment.
okay. Back to the other voice channel.
Here we go.
So Udas, in summary, roll up a new character. I'm kidding.
Not yet.
Not yet.
You scared him away. He's gone forever. Oh, he's back.
every time I try and come back from voice 2, I talk and I notice that you guys can't hear me, so I just hang up and dial back in.
At least you notice.
Yeah.
Eris and Soren. See you over in voice channel 2. So you
Hello.
guys. Hello. Yep. Soren here too?
Yep.
Yep, cool. Everything's working. Okay, so you leave the inn that you're staying in and you start heading towards the harbor, trying to find, some type of passageway or passage off this island. Maybe in haste, depending on how things go. The first thing you notice when you get down to the harbor, it's a well-functioning harbor. Like large ships could dock here, no problem. And what you notice, you look out into the bay, and you see about 5 or so fairly large ships. They're all bearing flags of the Wanderman Assembling, with the blue and gold flags waving. And it very much looks like some type of naval blockade with all these ships, some of them, were mounted with cannons and ballistas and various things. And basically any ship that would want to come into harbour or leave the harbour would have to come via this naval blockade of sorts. And can you both make me a perception check, please?
Do you want them to you or just public is fine?
Public's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for not having plus 1 million passive perception this time. So as you get close to the harbour, you notice a gentleman gets onto a smaller vessel, just a rowboat with 2 large guards, members of the Assembled that you've met before. And they start rowing him out to one of these boats in the blockade. And you look a bit closer, and you notice that the person who got onto the boat is Leighton Dawson. Do you guys remember who Leighton Dawson is?
Unfortunately.
He was the nasty tax collector. And you also met him in the castle when you were meeting the leader of this town, Winston Bellow. And it's quite amusing because when he gets into the boat, it kind of sinks a little bit, quite noticeably, because if you remember, he's quite a large man. So when Leighton gets on, it kind of sinks a little bit. And then these 2 gentlemen with chainmail get on and they start rowing him. And it's almost comical how low this boat is. And eventually one guy just rows by himself, while the other guy just, throws out water. But eventually they get to his boat. If you remember, it's called the Hickleton. And he gets on that boat. So that's something you notice. There is a harbour master's office there. What would you like to do?
To the office.
Do all of the ships here seem to be like of official standing? Nothing seems to be like,
The
I don't want to say
ones-
nefarious, but you know what I mean.
The the boats in the blockade are all definitely Wanderman assembly ships. That's obvious. There are some smaller boats here, which you could, in theory, hire and take off. They look in decent condition. You still have the naval blockade to deal with, but there are boats here. But they look like they're not going anywhere soon because
Yeah.
of this naval blockade.
And we're poor.
So you go to the harbour master's office.
Yeah.
Yep, sure.
So you approach, knock on the door. Something else you notice as you're knocking on the door, there's this rather old gentleman on the docks as well. He is a older gentleman, maybe in his 80s, something like that. Sorry, just getting my notes organized here. Yeah, very old, in 80s, 90s even. He's bald on top. He's got grey hair tied back, like almost like a mullet, but it's tied back into a tight ponytail. And he kind of holds up a magnifying glass and looks at you as you go past. But that's about it. And he's got this very, very large seashell by him as well, and he's holding up to his ear, trying to hear things. But you come up to the harbour master's door. You knock on the door, and you hear the gruff voice of a man say, "Ah, come in."
I'll enter.
Yep.
You open the door, and you see a half-orc gentleman, kind of dressed up quite nicely with like a suit, and he's very, very well dressed for a half-orc. And he says, "Oh, God's sake, what is it? What do you want?"
I'm just wondering if there are any ships leaving the harbor anytime soon.
Well, no. No ships coming and going, sorry. There's a war on, and Winston Bellow is very concerned. It's only ships under official business for the Wanderman Assembly shall be allowed to leave. So, no passage off the island. I'm sorry. Have a good day.
No trade at all?
No.
That's going to damage everything here.
Now, look, you don't need to be convinced me, lady. This is a disaster. But the Queen is dead. We're fearing there's traitors within us, people from the Ascended Host. Tell me, you guys aren't from the Ascended Host, are you? I haven't seen you around town much.
I don't think they'd let us in the city right now if we were.
Yeah. What about you, dark and gloomy one?
I'm just passing by. I was hoping to get off this island, to be honest, but there's absolutely no way to get out of here whatsoever. Like,
You could swim. I mean, look, really, I wish I'd help you. This is my job as a harbour master. I arrange, merchants coming back and forth. I arrange, passage for people. I collect the taxes. I collect the fees. Keep everything organized. So, to be perfectly honest, you don't need to convince me that this is a terrible idea. Winston Bellow is the leader of this thing, and he wants things locked up tight until we hear from above. I mean, it seems we're at war, with the Queen being dead, assassinated by Fowlin McAllister, and what I suspect, I think he's turned traitor and hang out with the Ascended Host. But we're at war, and until we hear orders from King McAllister himself, we're in lockdown. So, as I said, this is a stupid, dumb-headed decision, but it's one I gotta live with. So, wish I could help you. Hands are literally tied.
No, well, we certainly appreciate your help here. I know that this is probably like a big thing with your job and such, but I appreciate you speaking to us so kindly, considering the circumstances. I know you've probably gotten a lot of people coming through here just as angry about the situation, so I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Have a good night.
You as well.
Soren will just nod his head.
Okay. So you go to leave, you open up the door, and the elderly gentleman that you're seeing before, he was leaning up against the door, and it seems his big conch shell hearing device was pushed up again. And as you open the door, he kind of topples forwards and crashes. And this half-orc harbor master says, "What the hell? Softy, get out of here!" And he gives this old man a kick in the ribs. And the old man, "Oh, God damn it!" And goes and stumbles off down the dock as he, doesn't like being kicked.
No, that's fair.
Look how quick it would hurt. I'll go check on the old man, see if he's okay.
Okay, he said his pride dented a little bit. He says, "Oh my God! Son of a bitch! Oh, you don't have some bandages or something to your friend? That hurt."
I do not.
So,
I can just look you over quickly.
Well, what was that, Sonny? What was that? And he holds up his conch shell, puts it in his ear. What was that? What's that, miss? What did you say?
I could check you out quickly to see if you'll be okay.
You want to take me out? Son, I'm having all sorts of problems. I don't need taking out.
All right.
What? You looking? What? What? And he holds up.
Do you know of any boats to get off the island?
Boats? Float? You want to float? You should get a boat, you damn fool.
Oh my God.
And he holds up a magnifying glass to try and see you. And he's kind of peering through it. And you notice a little bit of your clothing start to burn a little bit. You see smoke rising. And then you look a little bit closer. And the magnifying glass is magnifying what's left of the sun. And is burning a little hole. And now it's hurting your skin.
Ow. I'll get out of the way. I'm like, ow, stop that.
Sorry, what's that, miss? You're looking to float. You should get a boat. And he holds up this big shell to his ear again. You want to float?
I'll go up to the shell and say, "Do you have a boat?"
Yeah, I got a boat. It's a piece of shit though. It's in pieces, but I've got a boat.
Are you able to leave the island with said boat?
Why would I want to attack the island? I told you it's broken. What?
Oh man. I will scream. No, I'm not gonna scream. Do you know what? I'm just gonna use my thing to talk in his head.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, in his head I'll say, do you know of any way to get off of this island?
What? Who said that?
I'll just put my hand up.
Doesn't see you at all. Who's that in my head?
I'm in front of him and I'm like, "It's me."
He looks up and down. He looks up and down. I mean, this guy is you'd guess in his prime he was a good 6'2", but he's walking with a distinct stoop at the moment. Like he's maybe more like 5'10" with this big hunch in his back, and as you say, in the voice, and he puts the two together. He kind of falls back in shock and does a falls back onto his back before scrambling to his feet. Wow, this is much better. Wow. Are you some kind of magic user?
Yes.
And you're looking for I'm guessing you really wanted a boat. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
Well, I do have a boat. Old Bessie, she served me for many years. I was like running merchant ships. I was doing all sorts of things. Then the hearing went, then the sight went, and I can't get a single job. So old Bessie, she's fallen apart. She's not looking good. It's going to need some serious repairs, some able-bodied workers. Then I could put the old girl back together, and we could go. Now, fortunately, she's not in this harbour. She's around the corner a little bit, off to the side. I mean, that's where I crashed her during a storm. Nobody helped me, so that's where she's remained. She's going to need lots of work, lots of care, and it's just you and your girlfriend over there?
There's 7 of us, and I'll like put my hand up even though I'm talking his head. She's not my girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Didn't mean to assume. 7 of you. Well, what's I meet you in the morning, and I'll go show you where my ship is.
Okay, how quick do you think to get it up and running?
You said you have 7 people with you?
Potentially, yes.
Maybe 3-4 days?
Okay.
I mean, it's a grounded ship in disrepair. It's not a trivial undertaking.
I'll relay this to Aris. Like, he has a ship. It needs repair. He says 3 to 4 days. I mean, unless we can think of something else, this might be our best bet.
What, like, what's the extent of the damage to it? Can you tell me exactly what's wrong with it? I might be able to prep some stuff ahead of time.
I'll ask him, like, what exactly needs repairing to get it back in the water and fully functioning.
Well, number 1, it's grounded.
Yep.
On some fairly nasty rocks. When I left it, there was 3 significant holes. Maybe you could walk through these holes. It's not trivial. The sail was in tatters. I mean, we can't row the damn thing, but the oars are also busted. So 3 holes in the hull, big enough to walk through. Sails are in tatters, and the oars are broken. We could row old Bessie out, but yeah, nice to have the sails repaired. So, we're gonna have to, go back into town, commission a sail to get built, gather the lumber, fill the holes, fashion some oars. It's gonna take a while.
Okay. Well, so I'll tell Eris, like, 3 man-sized holes, a torn-up sail, and the oars are broken.
Okay. So this is a harbor, right? Logic would say that there would be a place to repair ships at a harbor.
Yeah, there's a whole boat master repair thing here. Absolutely. This is a place where you could get boats repaired.
Correct.
The problem is, of course, the boats, are not anywhere near the place where boats are repaired.
Yeah, and ideally we don't want to bring it back here, or else they'll just.
No. I am of the I am of the opposite opinion. I am going to take the things to repair it back out to it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, in the boat builder section, you could definitely find, suitable wood, suitable oars, and maybe even a sail. Whether it would match up with the sail of old Bessie, you don't know.
How bad is the sail? Like, can it be mended? Do you have mend, Eris?
I do not.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
Yeah, it's definitely a spell I should have taken but did not take. So that's unfortunate.
Because I don't have any spells to fix things. Like, I have Mage Hand to kind of help.
Would
a
he
little bit.
be able to take us to the boat now, just so I can get an idea of what we're dealing with, like in person?
What time of day is it?
It's the sun is starting to set. It's quite
It's
late.
starting to set. I'll ask him like how far away the boat is, if we can go tonight to check it out to see if we can get things on the go. I'll kick his foot.
No.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Yeah, when you were talking to your friend, who's definitely not your girlfriend, I just nodded off. I'm sorry. It's very late.
Sorry. I'll just ask, like, is there any way we can see it tonight? The boat.
Yeah, you get
Is
a
it
hot.
far?
You get a hot meal in me. I'll take you there. It's about an hour's walk.
I mean, we can do that. And I'll
Okay.
just tell Eris, like, for a meal, he can get us there in an hour.
Hey, can do.
So yeah, we'll get some hot meals and
Okay, so
saunter out there.
So you get him a nice meal, some ale as well. I mean, the guy looks skinny as well. He's obviously in a good meal for a while. It'll set you back 5 silver pieces.
Okay.
And then
I'll pay for it.
You start heading out of town. And before you head out of town, some members, of the assembled block your way. Sorry. After hours, nobody can leave and go. Please head back into town.
Like, there's a curfew here too.
Yes. I don't know if you noticed, but I know you did notice. People were killed last night. And maybe other people can come and go, but you may not.
Just like him or all 3 of us?
You, he points to Eris, and he points to Soren. You two, you may stay. Softy, you can do whatever the hell you like. I don't give a shit. The guy says, "What? What did you say?" And the guy just rolls his eyes as Softy holds up this earpiece to him.
There's no way we can leave for like a couple hours and come back. Like, we just want to check the area out and see some things.
No.
Huh.
Your friend is literally on trial for killing people, and you expect me to let you wander around for a couple of hours? I don't think so.
He's not my friend.
Now look, and you look into the guard next to him was the guard that welcomed you guys in here. Look, you guys come in together here as a group.
Yeah, I just found them in the forest on my way here. We just ended up figured travel with numbers is better than alone.
That's an excellent idea. Tell it to the judge.
But I'm not on trial.
Well, you will be if you keep talking like this.
Okay, well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. I understand. Okay, let's go. I'll turn around.
I leave. Like, geez, people are so on edge here.
Well, and I like loud enough to so that they can hear. I'm like, well, it makes sense. You know, all this stuff has happened, and yeah.
Are you still in his head, Soren?
No, that lasts like 5 minutes or something, I think.
What did he say? What was the problem?
I'll talk in his head again because I think I can. Yeah, I can do it as much as I want. Yeah, I'll just go in his head and say they said we can't leave after dark. Me and Eris. I'll point to Eris.
You're gonna let a little guards tell you what you can and can't do? I know my way around Carmen better than anybody. If you think you could be sneaky, I know a way we could get through.
I mean, I can try. How sneaky are you? Looking at the crippled old man.
The thing is, yes, I'm crippled and I'm an old, so I am not a threat at all. So
Yeah,
incredibly
you have a
damn
point.
sneaky. Incredibly damn sneaky.
You got a good point. Lead the way.
So, okay, he takes you kind of around some side streets and down some other bits and pieces. It's kind of winding around these guards. No, as you go through, like, people are just generally noticing you because you haven't really gone into sneak mode yet. And you do notice what he's saying is true. People aren't paying that much attention to him. He's not a threat. He's just that old fool on the docks.
Fair.
But can both of you please make me stealth checks?
Oh boy. Okay, well here goes nothing. Oh, you're in heavy armor.
Oh.
I almost rolled as bad as you.
I don't even know if mine counts as heavy armor anymore, to be honest with you, but either way, it was shit.
I didn't even know you were in heavy armor. My bad.
So, Softy, as people over referring to him, goes forward and takes you down some dark alleys and comes pieces in. As you come round, he says, "This is it. We're gonna make it. Just around this corner. Follow me." And he says, "Ah, shit." And he keeps on walking. And the two guards are standing there, shaking their head at both Eris and Soren.
The same two guards?
Yeah, same two guards. Yep.
So they're not watching the gate anymore?
Well, no, it's you. Did you say? Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? We either need to arrest you now, or we could come to some other type of arrangement. He starts rubbing his two fingers together.
Soren will just sigh, like, how much do you want?
I think 5 gold apiece should cover it.
Soren will be like, how about 3? I'm a little short on change here.
Make your persuasion check.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Fine, 3 gold pieces. Cough it up and I'll forget I ever saw you.
I'll give him 3 coins.
Ma'am? That's 3 gold pieces each?
Yeah, I'll pass him 3.
Okay, now don't let me see you sneaking around again. Get back inside.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
And you don't see any sign of Softy. He's gone.
Sneaky old bugger.
Do you go back to the inn to meet up with your friends, or is there something else you'd like to do?
I mean, I'd like to just find Softy again and be like, hey, we'll just meet up in the morning. Or did they say we can't leave town at all, or is it just at night?
The implication was until the business with Udas is sorted out. If that takes a week, you can't leave for a week. If it takes an hour, so until the business is resolved with Udas.
Okay, because I think the understanding was he's being hung tomorrow anyway, so it'll be sorted tomorrow regardless.
That's Softy's. Just meet me back in the harbor tomorrow morning. That's fine. Where I hang out anyway.
Alright. I'll just nod and like see you tomorrow.
Okay. Back to the inn.
I guess unless Eris wants to do anything else.
Eris?
If we head back to the harbor, did that like boat repair place look locked at all? Or like just thinking back on it?
It's being locked now. Like closing down at sunset. And you see several, ship hands come out and the warehouse is closed off.
Did it seem pretty heavily guarded from what I could remember?
Strangely no.
Huh.
I mean, I guess there's no repairs needed if people can't leave.
That is very true. Okay. I think we'll go back to the inn for now, but we'll have to go grab some supplies, if you know what I mean, later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's bounce back. Boop. Boop.
Hey, the back.
Hey. Okay, finally. Mr. Roman and kind of Armistice. Come with me. Okay, so you're looking to tap into the criminal underground, right? To see if there's anybody here who could help you. Oh, I'm talking to myself. Just glad you're here now,
Yeah,
because
I
I've
can
been
hear.
talking to myself
Yeah,
for
I
the
tried
past
it.
minute.
I tried to join in and it wouldn't let me join. So then I was like, let me try it again.
Okay, no problem. So I'll start my my speech again. So you're looking to tap into the criminal underground to see if some of the shady elements of this town can help you out.
Yes.
Okay. So, why don't you make me an investigation check at advantage as you and Armistice work together?
Cool. Do investigation. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
18, that's good. Okay, so you're kind of wandering around town talking to various, bigger types and just the average man on the street. And you're not getting a lot of bites about the underground things. Something you do notice, though, around the town, there's lots of a certain type of graffiti, like 5 stars kind of clustered together in their own almost star type formation. And you start thinking, oh, this is odd, because you see some assembled army people. They're very annoyed by this, and that's scrubbing it off whenever they find it. But it's very much like whack-a-mole. Every time they find one and scrub it out, another one seems to pop up. So it seems as if several members of the assembled, their job is to get rid of this symbol. And you ask around.
No.
Yep.
Oh, I was gonna ask if I could go up and ask about it. Like, what? Why are they cleaning that off?
It's just like there's some people here who think that they don't need the protection that the Wanderman Assembly provide and the Assembled provide. They think they can do it on their own. Damn fools, if you ask me. But they think that we'd be better off without them. But who's gonna take care of them? Who's gonna protect them if it's not us? They call themselves the Resistant. I mean, how pathetic a name is that, right? The Resistance. Could they be any more cliched?
Yeah, they couldn't even come up with a more original name.
I know, but that's what they call themselves, the Resistance. Basically, they're like, itch on my ass that I can't quite scratch. They keep on popping up. They want to get rid of us, but they're just a pack of fools. They need the protection of the Wanderman Assembly. So, that's what this is. And this is a little act of rebellion. And quite frankly, that's all they're good for is graffitiing. I know they're trying to organize, trying to get up to stuff, but just pathetic. And they continue scrubbing
Yeah,
this graffiti.
absolutely.
Scum
right.
of the earth.
Well, thanks for your time.
Okay. Okay, so what else would you like to do? And do you want to follow up with this resistance lead, or?
Yeah, so I'm going to keep walking around and try to keep my eyes out for anybody that look like they would try to graffiti something. Just like keep eyes on like back alleys and like keep an eye on like areas that seem like they'd be likely to be graffitied.
Okay. So I'll keep your investigation of 18. You go down some alleys and some places where you think graffiti would be. You do see remnants of these 5 stars, like scrubbed out, like obviously some of the members of the assembly has already got there. And you look around trying to catch someone in the act. And you don't catch anybody in the act. But just a second. And you hear a voice behind you, and it says, well, both of you do, you see. You shouldn't be so open about your investigations about the resistance. Do you turn around and see who it is?
No, I just stand there and I go like, well, we were actually looking for you because we believe that we might be able to be of assistance. Lago and Silver Tongue, that is. Have you heard of us?
Yes, we have. Tell you what, meet me at the inn across town called the Stately Salmon. Meet you there in 15.
All right. And then I look at Armistice and go like, well, it begins. And I give him a smirk. And then we walk off.
Okay, so you make your way to the Stately Salmon.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Stately Salmon is fairly quiet, and there's lots of empty tables here. You walk past other inns, in your investigation. A lot of them are rowdy. This is definitely a quieter one, and you walk in, and all eyes kind of look at you for a moment, knowing you're somehow associated with Judas, and you look around and you kind of know the type of things you're looking for, the type of person who, could attract your attention easy enough. It's almost like a thieves' cant of store. And you see a man at the back. The guy is just ripped. He's in excellent shape. He's dark-skinned, tight black curls on his head, and he's got the world's worst beard. So coming off this chin, there's about 10 or so strands of hair that are about, 5 to 10 centimeters long. And he's very diligently growing them off the edge of his chin, but it's a terrible beard. And you see him and he gives you that subtle look. And you know that this was the guy who was talking to you outside in Carmen proper.
Cool. I'm going to tell my brother, though, wait here. And I'll go talk to him.
Okay. So Armistice is on watch, in other words, which
Yeah.
works well. And he says, take a seat, friend.
So I sit down.
He holds out his hand. Mm-hmm.
I'll just look around the tavern and go like, you here alone?
You're never alone in Carmen, friend.
I hear you, and I stretch out my hand to shake his hand.
He shakes his hand, and his palms are like leather. Obviously, this guy has some type of physical job or something, but you're momentarily struck just how leathery and strong his hands are. And it gives you a firm grip. He says, Samuel Cooper is the name, friend. What's your name?
Most know me as the Silver Tongue, but my close friends call me Roman.
So, do I call you Roman or Silver Tongue?
Silver Tongue to start with.
Well, Silver Tongue, you've been asking questions. We have heirs all over the city. Why are you so interested in the resistance, friend? And he starts stroking this terrible beard on it. It's almost like twisting it together to try and give it some, body to it, but it's not working.
I roll up one of my sleeves just to where like a little bit of my forearm shows. Like, I'm sure you've heard of the Upward Path, and I'm sure the resistance could use some of the talents that we have. I do believe that we could use your assistance in a very particular and very sensitive situation that one of my friends have gotten involved in. He's currently being held at the castle in the dungeon, if you catch my drift.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the talk of the town. What happened in that inn, right? Your friend went to a loopy. 3 people are dead. If not for one of your other friends, I'm not sure if I'm using that term too loosely, more would have died. But the fact is, 3 good people are dead at the hand of your friend.
Yes, and it was very tragic. And I assure you, he didn't mean to do such atrocious acts. But I do believe that he's being judged a little harshly based on his inability to control some new powers that he just recently became aware of. And unfortunately, it was one of those situations where he was hit and didn't know it was going to happen. And then next thing you know, boom, everyone in the local vicinity was getting hit, including Armistice, my brother.
Now, let's just say, for argument's sake, everything you say is true. He lost power, he lost control of himself, some dark magic that he couldn't control came out of him. 3 people are still dead, and people are going to want his head.
And that's where you guys come in. And I give him a smirk. You help me release him, make it seem like it's a jailbreak of his own doing, using these evil dark powers that he has. The resistance comes in and tries to settle down all the chaos. And maybe we help you with some of the problems that you have here with the hierarchies within the assembly.
Well, problems we have are many. But before we get to our problems, let's talk about your problem. If the resistance, shall we say, agrees to help out your friend, and I take, that he's innocent in all of these, and dark powers were coursing through it. Let's take that as a given. Let's assume that everything you say is right. There are 3 possible ways I could think of freeing your friend. 1 is break him out of Carmen Castle. 2, we could cause some type of confusion in the courtroom proceedings and use that to make your escape. I mean, all we offer you is a chance. We give you the chance to get out of there. So once you just break free from the court. Now the problem with the court, of course, is a very public setting. If he does run, if he does get out, then maybe he'll be hunted down. The advantage with Castle Carmen is if we could find a way in. I can tell you that the southeast tower, if you manage to infiltrate that tower of the castle, beneath that tower is a passageway down to the cells below. And if you can get in and get out with a minimum of fuss, then maybe this is a chance that your friend needs. The third and final way is in the public square, where he, is due to be hung. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the gallows there yourself. We could cause confusion. We could cause chaos. Maybe that your friend can use to make his escape. So those are the 3 possibilities I see. Break him out, silently from the castle. Break him out publicly during the courthouse proceedings, or break him out publicly during his, I assume, moments before his execution.
Yeah.
So what are those?
I believe
yes,
that breaking him out of the castle silently would be the best option. Obviously, we want to do as little public harm to your image as possible, wouldn't you agree?
It's tricky. I mean, if you ask me, every single citizen of this city should rise up against the Wanderman Assembly. Take down Winston Bellow and everybody else. But they seem to have, shall we say, it's almost like a religious fatalism about this. Like, yes, it's bad, but my God will provide and we'll be okay. Which, if you ask me, is just a bullshit solution. So, our images, most people think of us fools, quite frankly. Like the long-term goals of the resistance is to return the Broken Isles to the rule of people who live in the Broken Isles. I mean, for years we've been either occupied by the Wanderman Assembly, then the Ascended Host is in power, then they take over the Broken Isles. Years go by, then the Wanderman Assembly come wandering back in. And we're tired of this. This occupation is just bullshit. My ancestors were born here and this is our land. And we're tired of being occupied. And he takes a breath. Look, one day we're going to prevail. One day the Broken Isles are going to be ours again. But it's a long road ahead of us. As I say, most people are sucked up in their religious fatalism and it is used to this endless occupation. I say freedom above all, and we will prevail. So, if we're seen busting out your friend, no doubt the Wanderman Assembly is going to be pissed off. The rest of the citizens, they're just going to shrug. It's another idiot vying for power.
Indeed. Well, what do you think would be the best course of action? Being this your city and your homeland, I'm sure you have better knowledge than I do.
Well, the castle breakout, you're right, could be the most quiet. Both of the other options, we could whisk you away to a safe house of sorts. It would require putting some distance between you and the guards. Oh, excuse me. But if you can make that break, we could definitely hide Udas. And then, you know, get him out of here in the middle of the night. That's an option. But we've only talked about half the deal. Now,
Indeed.
this is something. There are two things we need help with. I'll tell you the one that I think perhaps you'll have less moral quandaries with. Now, I think it's pretty obvious. The assembled here only care about the Wanderman Assembly. They don't care about the people, which is, of course, our whole motivation for trying to overthrow them. For several weeks, the corpses of citizens have been discovered outside of Carmen. Now, the corpses had been badly mutilated, badly mangled, bones snapped, like this is obviously not some simple murder, and no serial killers happening here. The flesh is torn from their body, their bones are broken. It's just messed up. And of course, people approached Winston Bellow and said, "What are you going to do about it?" And says, "Oh, send my best men on it." Nothing ever happened, and these attacks have happened week after week. If we agree to help you, I'm going to need your word that you can either help us with that task or the slightly less savory task. Can you guess what the slightly less savory task is?
Assassinate Mr. Burrow, I'm assuming.
Assassinate Mr. Bellow. That's right. Now, this is a necessary evil. I don't say these things lightly, but that would aid the resistance no end. Now, one other thing. I'll give you this for free. Have you come across a fellow named Leighton Dawson?
I am unsure. The name does not ring a bell.
If you, the player, don't remember, Leighton Dawson was the tax collector who came to Long Beach and took more than his fair share. And he was also the person you met with Winston Bellow when you initially came into the city. So
he was a jerk. He was the tax collector. He tried to steal a bunch of money from this poor little village that we were in.
That's the guy. So one last piece of free advice. Leighton Dawson is dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Now, he has started harvesting some native plants found only here on Boothwyn Island and are manufacturing them into something called rock salt. Now, it's a highly addictive drug that he's pushing around to test it out here. A rumor is how he's pushed it out to So Good, to Long Beach, and even here itself as well. Now,
we actually stopped 2 people from selling it.
You've made an enemy in Leighton Dawson if he ever finds out. But be cautious around him. He's very well connected. And, he's manufacturing this native plants to make this drug called rock salt. So have that piece of advice for free. So what I suggest, Silver Tongue, maybe you talk to your companions, see what they have to say about the situation, and trust me, we'll be in touch. Come morning, we'll find you.
Okay. I do plan on doing option one. I'm sure my fellow friends would be willing to agree with me on that. Once we get out, where should we head to meet up with you so we can take part of one of these three or one of these two options that you'd like us to take care of? That I will need to discuss with my fellow companions.
Well, let me be clear as well with option one. I'll be coming with you.
Oh,
And
even better.
I can give you the layout of the castle. As I said, it's already in the south east corner. I'll point it out to you anyway. But please, talk to your friends and we'll take it from there.
Okay. What time is it now? Would I know what time it is?
It's getting late, 10 p.m., something like that.
I will meet back here. I will be back here at midnight.
I shall see you then.
Perfect.
Okay, let's bounce back.
Oh,
Oh. Okay, so with all your various endeavors and bits and pieces, you meet back at the tavern. And I've been talking and monologuing a bit, so I'm going to get a drink. So let's take a short break now, and we'll get back and see what you all discovered. Sound good?
yep.
Sounds good.
Okay,
Cool.
see you guys in a bit.
like the city that we're in is called Carmen, right?
Mhm.
So this used to be the capital of like a group of islands that once was like independent and then was taken over by the assembly, and then the assembly lost part of the war and then was taken over by the other group, and then back and forth, but now it's back under the assembly. Well, the assembly doesn't care about the people, and I guess like a bunch of people keep getting killed within Carmen and all of this stuff. So they basically want independence, and they started doing this resistance and doing like these 4 stars all over the place and trying to recruit more people in the city to basically overthrow Winston Bello and elect their own people and become their own democracy, basically. So they don't seem like they're evil people. They just seem like they want, freedom. But at the same time, yeah, go ahead.
So, like, by overthrow, are we, like, killing the dude or just, like, kicking him out of his castle?
So I'm assuming that it could be either one. I implied that the Upward Path does assassinations, like hinting like Armistice can assassinate someone, because he's stealthy. But I never actually like agree to it, if that makes sense. I just mentioned that like we can help with all these different things, but first we're going to need your help getting one of our compatriots out. If we're able to get him out safely, then we'll repay you back. And then like they were like, okay, yeah, that sounds great. So I'm pretty sure they're a bunch of amateurs and they're not like a legit army. I mean, they're literally called the Resistance. They couldn't even come up with like a good name. You know what I mean? They also didn't look like anybody that was super capable. But I do think they can get Udas out.
Roman, do you remember when I told you that I was wanted by this? I was a wanted man, right?
Yeah.
You said something about trying to turn me in for money. Yeah. So the fat guy, the guy that took off, recognized me and offered me a similar offer to not turn me in if we killed this guy. Why would he, from a tax collector, want this guy dead, and the resistance want him dead?
So the Ladin Dawson guy, the tax collector dude. So he's the one that's manufacturing rock salt that they were selling in that little village that we were just in. So I'm pretty sure that he wants to stop the resistance because the resistance obviously doesn't want all their people to be crackheads. For better or lack of terms,
he wants he wants the guy dead just like the resistance does. He's on the same side as the resistance. Sounds like.
I mean, he's probably next in line for being in charge here, though. To be fair.
Exactly. So
okay. So how does
I was warned about this guy. So the guy that I was speaking to, his name's Samuel Cooper. He warned me about the tax collector, Dawson, and was saying that Dawson is dangerous. He's harvesting a bunch of natural or native plants and manufacturing it to rock salt, so that way he can get more money for himself. And I'm assuming so he can try and take over the islands himself. You know what I mean? Just to get more power.
So if we have the resistance kill this guy, then what's going to stop him from taking over the island?
Well, the resistance doesn't like the tax collector guy because they know he's basically like
but what's
a drug dealer.
What's going to prevent him taking over though?
To be fair though, is that our problem after that point?
No, we've got to find some way to take out this guy anyway.
No, fair.
So
he's again, kind of a dick.
Yeah,
that's where like you guys come in. We can trade. Like I know that Samuel Cooper is going to meet us in the tavern at midnight, so we can collect him and turn him over. And I'm sure he has information on where the rest of the resistance is hidden, where their safe houses are, all that stuff. And maybe that might be enough ammo to release Udas, and we'd be free, right? Or
I wouldn't trust that at all.
I wouldn't trust that either.
Yeah, I feel like it's bad, but it is an option.
That's
or we can go along with the resistance. They'll help us get them out because they know a secret pathway, and we can release Udas, sneak away. They'll provide us a safe house to stay in, and then we do what they ask us to help with. Or
Then
option
spark a civil
3.
war.
I
Yep.
mean, why not?
Oh
Yeah.
my lord.
I mean, there's already a big war about to start. So if they were going to try and get the resistance or get their like freedom, now would be the time to do it because they're focused on the big brother or like the other big nation. You know what I mean?
We're not like starting the fire. We're just throwing more wood on it.
Yeah, I mean it's already starting. Like
Oh my goodness.
there's like stars all over the place, and I'm pretty sure even if we don't if we didn't save Udas and intervene, this is going to happen one way or another. You know what I mean? So we're just benefiting from it.
Okay, so let's walk through this plan again. So we talk to this Sam guy. He leads us into the place to get out Udis. We'll break him out of jail from this secret door, right? No, we capture the guy. We capture the leader.
No,
We
so
don't-
he's gonna lead us to Udas through a secret passage into the prisons, release Udas, and then get us back to a safe house. From there, we have to decide. They're going to tell us what they want us to help with, and we have to decide how we're going to help.
So we use out, and then they're going to tell us what they want from us. So help them first,
Exactly.
and then we help them.
Exactly. That's my part of it. I was like, you have to help us first before we commit to anything.
Okay. So this guy's that's gonna be fast. Can we find out what they want from us and try to do it all at one night?
Well, I was trying not to waste time because I mean he's going to die in the morning, so I figured it'd be better for us to. And I was also there by myself, so
Yeah.
Deal with the consequences later.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I
At
was
least
thinking
I saved a life kind of thing. I mean, at the end of the day, are we not going to save Udas?
No, we're doing that.
We're gonna try.
No,
Exactly.
I think
this
works.
seems like the least likely way of us not getting caught, and two, us not getting a total party kill. So I'm like, this will work.
It's
and
also
whatever
our
we got to do afterwards, even if it's unsavory, we can do it, and we saved Udas.
Currently, it's our only plan, so it's not like it's plan A, B, and C. We have plan A.
No, we went straight to Z.
right. Okay. The other thing I'm thinking is when this is done, I want to get gone. I don't want to be hanging around this town.
There ain't no getting gone with our current mode of.
Yeah, right. So we're
escape.
gonna hang. So the safe house is our best bet there too, huh?
Yep. So we'll be able to, lay low for a day or two, and then we can push on from there.
Back into the jungle and hide.
Well, the ship we have lined up to fix is like an hour out of town walking.
Okay. Is there any way we could be fixing that? Well, let's get this done first. Get to the safe house, and then see if we can be fixing this ship somehow while we're also hiding in the safe house, huh?
Yeah, and I truly believe that it should be everyone going, not just one of us. Because if we end up having to fight our way out, it's going to be a lot better to have all of us there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Tan's can't go in. I don't think we'll go into a castle, but yeah.
We should also do like a medium rest or something too, because it looks
medium
like
rest.
That's a new one.
Ares is hurt a little bit, and I got a new ability that allows it's called the Song of Rest. You get to add an extra 1d6 to your hit points when you are using one of your hit die to heal.
Malcolm, you're here as well, right?
Yes, I'm listening in. Yep.
Yeah. What are the chances that Eris could find some freaking armor before all the shops close? By the way.
It's 10 o'clock.
Well, I assume this is something you could do on the way to the harbor. There is an armorer just off the town square. A smith called the Hammer Down. And feel free to approach it if you like. You do notice rather ominously they're constructing some gallows in the town square.
Neat.
What
Uh, no, I'm looking for armor and stuff, so I'll just go in if I'm able to.
Okay. We don't need to roleplay this out. What are you looking for?
Literally any sort of armor that isn't like my essentially scale mail bikini at the moment, and it's also not sneaky at all, so it's not helping me.
It's not working on many levels.
No.
What's your
No.
budget? What's your budget there, Eris?
Well, last time.
I have 42 gold pieces
42
that I could
gold pieces.
spend. Yeah, I would prefer not to spend all of them though.
Okay. You've got scale mail at the moment, right?
Yep.
Now, I'm going to say, roll me a d20. This is going to be purely luck. And the highest, the better. The higher, the better.
That's not bad. It's not
That's
bad.
not bad at all. You have a choice. You can buy a... there's studded leather there. Is 55 gold pieces. And you actually do find some scale mail, but that's 60 gold pieces. I mean, I understand that's a bit beyond your budget. But if you'd like to...
Eris, what do you need?
I need like armor. I need something.
How much you need?
that is-
How much gold do you need? Though, you like 10 gold or something to make the second one.
Let me just double check to see what studded gives me, because it might.
Studded is 12 plus your dex modifier and no disadvantage on stealth. Compare that to scale mail, which is 14 plus your dex modifier to a max of 2. And disadvantage on stealth.
We'll do the studded leather for now. You said it was what, 55?
55, 5.
5. Could I manage to get anything out of my the scale mail that I have left? Can I literally make it look like a fancy scale mail bikini and try to sell it?
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
God damn it.
Leo was there with you.
When you're trying to sell, yeah, they
Right,
offer you,
right at 10.
they offer you a couple of silver pieces. They know full well that a scale mail bikini is no protection at all. But they'll give you a couple of silver for the scraps. Is that a deal you take, Eris?
I'd go into debt for that, unfortunately. Okay,
No,
well.
Do you want to borrow some gold from Ray? Because he'll lend the gold I was offered earlier.
Could I borrow?
It's 60 for the scale.
Yeah, you know what? No, I won't bother right now. It's all good. I'll just take the scale mail off.
Okay.
So that I'm not at least disadvantaged at stealth while we do this.
No, you're naked.
Okay, so you got the studded leather then.
No, I don't have any of it.
Oh, okay, so armorless. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Cool. Well, that makes the transaction easier then. Okay, so you just discard the scale mail or just, I don't know.
Yeah, it's in my bag.
Yep.
Yeah.
Armor without the armor. Fantastic. Okay, at least you're not disadvantaged on stealth. That's good. Okay. So what do you do?
So I guess we're all meeting back at the tavern, right?
Yep.
Is that the plan?
Yep. Well, I thought we
Okay.
did that already.
Yeah,
That's
What could
essentially what we're doing.
Possibly go wrong.
yeah. I mean, you're at the Smiling Axe Tavern is where you are, where you meet it up. And Samuel Cooper is at the Stately Salmon.
I'm gonna walk back up to him and go like, "Alrighty, we have agreed. So when can we head out?"
Well, you've agreed to do a prison break effectively.
Yes, and we have also agreed to do what you would like us to do afterwards. Your choice.
Why don't you bring your friends and if we could only do a prison break, it's best we talk this through.
Okay.
Okay, so the rest of your motley crew coming, except for Udas. You're okay over there, Udas? Anything you'd like to do?
Nope, all good.
All right.
Take a nap.
Okay, so you'll come back to meet up with Samuel Cooper at the Stately Salmon. The Stately Salmon is on the quieter side of things. There's empty chairs and empty tables there. Does anybody get the reference?
Nope.
Oh, sorry.
I saw the Les Mis quote, and there's a song called "Empty Chairs and Empty Tables."
Oh, there is. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Ah, there we go. Maybe too subtle. But there are empty chairs and empty tables. It's quite quiet. There's people there who seem to be more interested in the drink than your appearance. But you see in the corner, Samuel Cooper, you assume. And Mr. Cooper is a fairly well-tanned gentleman. He has very dark skin. You assume he's worked a lot outside. And as you get closer to him, he's many kind of scrapes and scars all over his body. Not to the point of, looking as if you want to feel ill, but he just scraped up a lot. And he welcomes you. He shakes his hand. You notice his palms are like leather, very, very thick. And he's got tight black curly hair. He stands about 5'6", and he's got something that technically is a beard. These little wisps of hair coming down from his chin. There's about 10 of them, and he's grown them out to a length of about 5 to 10 centimeters. And he kind of strokes it, trying to, I don't know, look stately or something, pointing attention to the fact that he can grow a beard. But it's the most pathetic beard you've ever seen. But he shakes all your hands. You introduce yourself and he says, "So, you're a Roman's friend, I see. And I believe you wish to get your friend out of Castle Carmen."
Yep.
Yes, we
Probably
do.
alive.
Yes. Well, I will come with you. I have some familiarity with the castle. But there's the other side of this equation that I wish to discuss with you. I assume, Roman, you've discussed them with the goals and the ideals of the resistance?
I did. They're all caught up. And
Good.
again, we are willing to do what you'd like us to do to save our friend.
Well, that's great. Now, as this has been explained, we wish to have independence from the Ascended Host or the Wonderment Assembly, whatever it is. That's our long-term goal. You understand this is difficult. I mean, this is not just a problem for Boothwyn Island, it's a problem all over the Broken Isles. But we need to start somewhere. You explain the not pleasant task that I mentioned, Roman?
Yes.
Well, that is an extreme one. There is something else we need help with. The Assembled, they don't care about the people. I wish I could convince the people of that, but they're just not having any of it. And as I explained to Roman, we've noticed some corpses starting to accumulate on the outskirts of town. Now, if this is just a simple murder, a crime of passion, a jilted lover, we wouldn't think much of it. But these bodies are badly mutilated. It doesn't look like a pleasant death, and for some reason even their very bones are broken, like their arms are broken, their legs are broken, their neck is broken. Everything that's easy to break, like a bit of leverage is broken. So arms, legs, necks, is most disturbing, and the assembled will not help us with this. And while our long-term goals are to help the people, to free the people, I mean, freedom is everything. We still need to do stuff that the assembled will not. So if you could assist us with either the unpleasant task or the problem with these mutilated corpses, I would be most appreciative. So what?
I'm assuming that we would probably want to do the corpses. Am I right, everybody?
I mean, I don't mind both, to be honest with you, but yeah.
Do we have a lead on the corpses?
I can tell you all about that in the morning, but I'm going to need your word that you're going to follow up on this. Not sure if Roman tell you, but I will be coming along with you to the castle to try and free your friend Udas. But I need your word.
Definitely willing to do that, but we're going to be under going to be chased once we have him broken free. So I mean, how are we going to do that while we're being chased? I'm willing to try. I'm just saying that sounds challenging.
Well, I'll tell you what. That is a fair point. We do have one of the buddies, shall we say, at a friend of mine's house. Or A, trying to identify who it is, and B, trying to arrange some sort of burial as best we can. So, would you like to see a corpse?
Yeah, makes sense. Do that first.
Yep.
Okay, so Samuel gets up and says, well, follow me. And he takes you across town, not that far across town, to a house. And he knocks on the door, and a gentleman opens up, just short, cropped hair, dark as well, a little bit more portly than Samuel. Says, Raymond, these are my friends. They may be able to help us with some big things, but they'd like to see the corpse, if that's okay. And Raymond says, well, Samuel, any friend of yours is a friend of mine. Come in. And you open up the door. And the first thing you notice is this rather small house is quite busy. There are several tables set up with lots of people playing cards, and you see lots of copper and silver pieces, going back and forth. And Raymond says, yeah, I can show you the corpse, but this is quite unusual. Gambling is strictly forbidden under the Wanderman Assembly, but there's one circumstance that is, and that's when someone has died. We're allowed to gamble. Every time you win a few coppers, you give 1 copper pieces to the grieving family, and then they collect up enough copper pieces and can afford the funeral. That's what we do. That's how we get by. But you'd like to see a corpse? Sounds odd saying that out loud.
I'd love to see one.
To see. Yeah.
Okay, so he takes you out back away from the hubbub of this gambling that's going on to raise money for the funeral, and there is indeed a corpse laid as respectively as can be imagined on this table. As you can see, you couldn't tell who it is, but bones are broken. Yeah. Rafe, getting suspicious, you pop it off. The corpse is very much dead, and you don't notice any celestial fiends or undead. So it's just plain old dead.
Yeah, just might watch out.
Sure. And Raymond, the slightly portlier guy with the short cropped hair, says, oh, here it is. I don't know why you want to see it for. It's not for the weak stomached.
So I think Eris, you're probably the smartest one of the bunch. Do you think that you can see anything?
I can try to check it out. Eris will go over and give it a few pokes.
Make a medicine check, Eris.
Oh, wow, okay. I'm
Oh,
plus
pretty good.
0. I got
Turns out you maybe need to find the wisest in the group, not necessarily the smartest in the group.
I was like an investigation.
Well, you look around this body, and you can't help but have your stomach churn a little bit. It's not a pleasant sight. You do notice most of the flesh has been ripped off. You get a little closer look at the bones that have been broken, and you notice something long and skinny is going to be poking in there to try and scrape out all the marrow from within the bones. You also notice the thing that killed us. You notice some scars along some of the bones, claw marks, bite marks, and you also look closely at some of the scars on the body, like where this poor person has been bitten. And I think with a medicine of 17, you notice that this wasn't attacked by one creature. It's very obviously a creature. It's very obviously not a human attack. But yeah, multiple creatures attack it. Bones have been ripped apart to get to the marrow, and very, very nasty death.
Well, that looks unfortunate.
I mean, they're dead, so yeah, it's unfortunate. Okay. Can I, by chance, tell what sort of creature it was that could do this?
Make a nature check.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. I'm glad I have that +4.
You're not sure. I mean, it could be any number of creatures. You don't know. Could be anything, any creature. But you think you can't really place your finger on it, because you know that, like, bears are known to attack people, but they don't suck the marrows out of their bone. Wolves are known to attack people, but they don't suck the marrow out of their bones. But beyond that, you don't know.
Is it possible that multiple animals ended up eating on this poor person?
That's what Eris did discover with her medicine. More than one creature attacked this thing.
Yeah.
But that doesn't explain the bone marrow being gone.
No, it doesn't.
Animals don't do that usually.
No, it's kind of weird.
Vampires, maybe?
I don't know. Don't know any.
Zombies.
Don't know any.
I'm not a vampire, bro.
Oh, no, I'm playing.
Okay. I'll take out a little notepad and kind of jot that down. And I'll question them a little bit and ask where exactly they found this person.
Raymond, the slightly portlier guy, says, well, we know that this person was out working in the woods, working in the jungle, harvesting some of the matuki. And if you remember, matuki is the starchy banana fruit. And they're coming back. It's definitely happened at nighttime. People heard screaming. And they also heard dogs as well. I mean, the castle, I don't know if this is relevant or not, but this is a problem you're going to have to face. Whenever we do this, the castle grounds, there's a dog kennel inside of it. So make of that what you will. But anyway, they heard the sort of dogs. They thought maybe this thing was being attacked by some wolves or something. But the time they got there, the screaming had stopped, and whatever these things worked very, very efficiently. They ripped this thing apart in a matter of seconds, including breaking of the bones and that, and then they were gone. So, yeah. And this person was alone. I mean, ever since these attacks have happened, there's been 3 of them now. We've asked people to walk in groups, but, you know, people get lazy, people get busy. And, yeah, when we asked people to do this, we still had 1 more death after the first 2. So they're picking on loners out in the forest by themselves. And they're very, very efficient killers.
Okay. Do you happen to have a map, and can you point out on the map where this area would have been?
He brings out a map, and you see a map of Carmen, and it kind of sketches out the jungle around it, and it's more or less on the outskirt of the jungle. All of these things happen more or less in the same area. Like not just random. They're from a particular place.
Okay, well that'll be a lot easier to follow up. That should be good for now. But yeah, I guess we'll deal with what you need to do for us first, and then we'll go deal with this. But it should be easy enough.
Okay, well, I admire your confidence. So Samuel takes you just round to a back room, and you get a bit more privacy. He knows that not everybody necessarily here needs to know what's going on. So, we have a problem. The castle is well defended. There's 5 main towers around. 4 main towers around it, and like a central keep in the center of it. Now the south, my sense of direction is terrible even in D&D. The southeast tower, if we could get into that tower and to the base of the tower, there are some stairs that descend below to the where I'm sure your friend is being held. But it is a tower. It is a castle. It is a keep. I can point out the tower, and you do see the tower, and you do see a bunch of assembled guards on top of it. There's 2 in each tower, and they're peering out, into the night. And like every guard ever, is not doing a particularly good job. In the life of a guard is 99% is absolute boredom, and the remaining 1% is, more interesting. But you see these 50-foot tall towers on the edge, and there's little arrow slits in each of these towers. So that's our issue. We need to get into the tower. If you were to walk into the tower, you could go through the main gate, which has a portcullis on it, a double portcullis, no less. You walk to the interior courtyard. You could walk up some steps, and that would get you into the tower. And and then from there we descend that said tower into the level below. Open to suggestions.
So is he going to be up in the tower or down in the tower?
Judas is going to be underneath the keep itself. There's some like a basement, as it were.
Ah.
So get into the tower, descend the set of stairs inside of the tower, which will get you down to the basement level below. And we'll take it from there.
I'm assuming there's like a wall around it too.
Yep. All the towers are connected by walls. The walls are slightly shorter than the towers. They may be 30 feet high. Yep. So that's an option. And then there's the main keep, and then there's the portcullis, which you get in there. So there's no way of getting into the central courtyard and the keep, without some subterfuge going on.
Well, what do you guys think we should do?
I mean, how many of us can disguise ourselves, and how many of us are good at sneaking?
I can disguise myself, of course.
I am neither of those things,
I can still okay.
but I can also climb the wall really easily to drop a rope down.
That would actually be pretty useful. Sorry, I didn't pay attention to your name because it wasn't quite important. Are you coming with us, or?
Samuel Cooper is my name, miss, and yes, I'm coming with you.
Okay, can you see in the dark?
No. I'm a human. I'm not gifted with seeing in the dark.
Okay, so you'll hang on to one of us while we get inside, I guess. And Roman, you can't see in the dark either, can you?
Nope, unfortunately, I cannot.
Okay. Well, I feel like it'd probably be better than us going up there with some lit torches. So.
I'm assuming Tannen's being left outside somewhere close by where we can get him on the way out.
Sure.
Yep.
I mean, Samuel says, keep in mind, look, it's dark now. We're well past midnight. To say I cannot see in the dark is not quite true, but I'm not gifted with the dwarven ability to see in pitch darkness. But I will not need a torch. You know, the full moon is out. We're fine outside. I am sure there. I mean, this goes without saying. There's going to be guards down below, keeping an eye on Udas. They're humans, so I assume that way will be lit as well. So light is not going to be a problem, but yeah, that's kind of the least of our problems, if you ask me. You were thinking perhaps, Soren, you said you could climb the wall?
I think so. So for my character, like with the Dampier stuff, like we don't have spider climb, but I have a climb speed still. Does that mean I can still climb things with ease?
Yeah.
Or does it just mean I can climb faster than other people?
You climb you can climb much faster than other people. I mean, what's your climb speed? 30?
35.
35? Yeah, you could just. I mean, the only exception will likely if you're walking up an icy surface or a slippery surface or something.
Okay.
Castle wall, yeah, no problem.
Okay, just because I know with the spider climb, like you can literally just walk up it, but I didn't know how we were doing the climb speed.
No, you can.
So
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Walk up it, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I can climb up with ease and drop a rope down.
Okay, well let's assume that works. You get to the top of the wall connecting the towers. There's doors. There's a door that will lead into the tower. Who knows what's behind that? Could be guards there. Could be all sorts. There'll be another door on the other end of the tower that leads to the top of the portcullis. It's where the portcullis is operated. Certainly people there manning the portcullis. So let's assuming that you, Soren, scale the wall, open the door. What are we going to do about the guards?
Knock them out? I mean, I can always look like a guard.
I can attempt to put them to sleep with magic.
Are any of the our guards elves?
All human.
Perfect. So yeah, the sleep spell should work. I have that as well.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
I mean, it's a start.
It's yeah. I feel like it'll all fall to shit once we get in there, but that's okay. That's what we do.
We just gotta make sure we find the keys.
I would
Yeah,
assume the guards watching him will have the keys.
True.
Cool. Let's get this done.
I guess we'll know more once we get to the wall. Like the wall, like are there guards patrolling it, or are they only up in the towers?
The only guards you've seen are up in the towers, but there's like a wall connecting them between doors, so at any moment
Yeah.
a guard could walk between the two towers.
Okay.
I wish we had a night to observe like their shifts. Because we could just put one of them to sleep, I can impersonate them, and then, while I'm the one walking past this cell, I could just unlock it and we could walk right out.
Fortunately, we don't have that luxury.
No.
Okay,
Nope,
well,
we
I mean,
don't.
let's try to get to the wall first. I feel like that'll be our biggest task, is getting there without being seen.
Yeah. I could always try to make fog by using silent image. It'd be like a 15-foot cube. So I could make have it appear in front of the guards or the towers, basically. Or would you guys rather just stealth up?
This is gonna suck. So there's this, I'm assuming, is tower and castles in the middle of town. There's no tree cover or anything. It's just kind of
There's no
there.
tree cover. It's far enough back from the jungle that tree cover is not going to be a factor.
Yeah.
You can get up fairly close to the castle without really arousing suspicion. There's lots of other houses and stuff around it, so you can get close enough that without needing a stealth check to get close enough to observe these things.
Okay. Well, let's do that first, then, I think.
Sweet. We're
Then we
off
can try to
see
find
the
the darkest part of the castle, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, we'll say that's the east side. And Soren, are you indeed spider climbing the wall?
I do not have spider climb. I just have
sorry.
my climb speed.
So-
But
That's what
I would like to try to stealthily, as stealthily as my not stealthy character can.
Okay, what are the rest of you doing? I mean, are you all planning to go up?
I'm assuming you have a rope, right?
I will need someone's rope.
Okay, well I'll
Yeah.
hand you a rope. Yeah, I guess I'll just wait for you to throw the rope back down. There's not much I can do at the moment.
Okay. I will try to stealth my way up this wall then.
Okay, so
can I give him a word of encouragement?
Oh, please do.
absolutely.
So I believe in you because you look athletic. And there you go. You have
Soren
part of
will
encouragement.
chuckle and be like, right, and then he'll attempt to stealth.
Okay, so the rest of you keeping your distance, not to really arouse suspicion. Soren with words of encouragement from Roman. And you get up right to the base of the wall connecting the towers, and you slowly start climbing up. You know what
Yep.
you need to make, Soren.
Hey,
Hells
Oh.
yeah.
So you pop up onto the wall, and you notice a couple of things. You notice no one's noticed you. I mean, these are guards, but as I said, they're bored because they're guards. You can get a clear view now down into the courtyard, and you see the roof, and you hear every so often a bark from the dog kennels, but they're not like just general dogs being dogs. You see the portcullis closed. You see the keep itself. You see some lights on in the keep. So somebody's still up inside the main building regardless. And you see a door to the south of you, which is the door you'd need to go into. This is the place where Samuel says, that's the room we need to do.
Okay. So how far away am I from the door?
The distance between the doors is about 30 feet between the two towers. So you'd be up to 30 feet, but then you'd be pressing against the other door.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the door I need to and just like listen
Okay.
to see if I can hear anything before we try to have people climb up the wall.
Actually, I'm gonna do something that's gonna make all this a lot easier. Sorry, just a sec. I will be with you in just a second.
No worries. I'm in no rush to screw this entire plan up. It's okay.
You got this, man. I know it.
You're far too confident in us.
Okay, I think that's gonna be good. Map time! Map time!
All I'll say is that we have pulled off great plans before. It has.
Yes. And this will top it.
I assume you can all see this area up here. You see the 1, 2, 3, 4 towers. This is the tower that Samuel went in, and you're up here on the connecting thing between these two things, and you've snuck up there.
Nice.
So that should hopefully give you a picture. So yeah. So what do you do? Sorry.
I want to listen to this door to see if I hear movement.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Oh. I see.
I think they should hang him. What do you say? Nah, hanging's too good for him. I think we should quarter him. I mean, I heard that they're covering it up. He didn't kill 3 people. There's at least 10. So I think we should just quarter him. And you hear 2 voices of guards talking about this creature that killed people. At least 10, according to them.
Okay. And they're like sound like they're right on the other side.
Yep, they're through this door somewhere.
Oof. Okay. So I'll come back to here, and I'll just give like a shh symbol in front of my lips, and I'll tie the rope off and drop it down, and just like signal like one at a time.
All right, I'll go up next.
Okay. Climbing the ropes, no problem. Doing it silently is a problem. So you can make me a stealth check, Roman.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
13. So we at Roman, you climb up here. Down. Yep, you don't appear to do any commotion. You don't screw it up. What you guys do notice, though, is a guard walking on patrol. Just out in the courtyard, looking around. Hear him yell up above. Is everything good up there, boys? And you hear someone, will you shut up? We're trying to rest. Look, get on duty. What are you doing? Fine. He starts wandering over this way. And these are stairs that lead from the courtyard up into the wall that you're on.
Oh, why is that not far? Oh God. Does Roman have anything? He's getting closer.
Can I cast sleep on him?
Oh God.
What's the range of sleep?
I believe 60 feet.
Okay, if you just want to check that, but you absolutely can.
Let's find out.
It is 90 feet for the range.
90 feet. Let's go.
And so what is it? It's a radius thing, is it, or?
20-foot radius.
Yeah. And it like does up to 19 hit points. So if he has more than 19 hit points, then it doesn't work.
So it's a 20-foot radius. Where do you place it, Roman?
I'm gonna place it like there.
Okay. So I'll just remove that now. And 19 hit points. Very good placement, by the way. Because
There's dogs in here.
There's dogs in here.
Yeah.
Yes. He collapses. Says 19. 19 is enough. He falls to the ground and starts sleeping.
Cool.
Look at that! The lazy bastard told us not to fall asleep and relax, and the idiot's sleeping. And roll me a d20, Roman.
What's this?
Oh, that's Samuel.
Oh, okay. I was like, why is there a guard right next to them?
So I'll give him a blue dot. That's Samuel. 9.
Gotcha.
You see some guards at the top of the portcullis. They start throwing rocks at the guy. Unfortunately, their aim is terrible and they just missed. Ah! Fuck him. Let the poor bastard sleep.
Do those sound like the guys I heard talking before?
No, they don't.
Okay.
I mean, there's you heard some people in here, and these
Okay.
are very obvious the people who are manning the portcullis.
Gotcha. So Soren will signal for another person to come up.
After you, my friends. Eris, you could have a long rest if you like. A short rest, sorry. So everybody can have a short rest if they need it.
And you can add a 1d6 to your health roll
Why don't you roll
for my
that
Song of Rest.
Why don't you roll that d6, Roman, and that'll be true for everybody. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Udas, you're rolling too?
I mean, I need a little bit of help if I get the
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's fine.
rest in.
Yep. No, you can absolutely get a short rest in. I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Exactly.
Yeah, but you don't get the Song of Rest, of course.
No, it's okay. I didn't need it.
So Rafe. Oh no, Rafe, that's not the best stealth roll I've seen, but let's see. Hey, you hear that? What was that? You hear that sound coming from inside here. Okay. I'll stay back here. And you hear some mumbling. You don't know what's going on.
I don't think you want to be in there, sir.
Yeah, this is the door
Yeah.
that's closed, right? And so as you're climbing up, Rafe, you use the rope and you pull yourself up, but just as you're about to get there, you slip, you grab onto a rock for support, the rock clatters to the ground, smashes below, and you hear motion from inside here. Do you guys do anything? Got a round to try something if you like.
Does Roman have more spells to cast sleep?
I can if he pops out and I see him. But if it's two of them, then sleep might not be the best one to use, you know?
I have it as well, so we can stack it up.
Okay, so
If we want to do that, have Rafe
Yep.
open the door and then cast everyone once he opens so they can't scream or react in any way.
I think that would be the best thing to do.
So
the
we can do like a 3, 2, 1 and then cast it. Oh my god.
Ooh,
Might not even need it.
Crap.
I mean, I'll still cast it because I said I would.
the door opens, and two things immediately happen. First, there's another guard there who looks absolutely horrified at these three creatures going there. There's another guy here who had his short bow at the ready. He was going to shoot someone who's the first thing he sees if it was anything suspicious. So we're going to go into initiative. Some people are going to be surprised. This guy is not going to get an action. He wasn't preparing anything. So let's do one of these. Let's get some music. I mean, this is not dramatic battles, but
Sure, you click your tokens.
Oh my god, a 4.
sorry, 1 second.
Does that include the people down as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, I got a question. Does Jack with all trades add to your initiative roll?
I wouldn't think so, but let me just look it up.
Because I clicked the initiative button. It just says 4 plus 0, but my dexterity is a +1 at least.
Let's have a look.
That is very
So
strange.
I'm supposed to get a +2.13.
Yes, you do. So you get half your proficiency added to your initiative.
I wonder why it doesn't do it when I click the initiative button.
Not sure. But but according to the rules, you will do that. So
Cool. So it would be a 6.13.
okay, so feel free to make some manual adjustments to your initiative. Roman, add yours up there. We'll do one for Samuel. Oh, not Samuel. All it takes is a one failed initiative check. Okay, Armistice. I'll roll an Armistice. He might come in importance. And is that everybody? 1, 2, 3. Yes, that's everybody. So yeah, the door swings open, and the guy says, "Oh, what?" Before he gets the word out, this guy's actually petrified. This guy's getting ready to shoot his bow. Rafe, you're the first to react. What do you do?
Oh god, he went into the room.
You're muted, by the way, Sean.
Oh god, he's attacking too.
Yeah, the golden room shouldn't hurt anything. People just aim farther away from me. And attacking just going to lower his hit points.
So you rush into the room. Scimitar's going. You swing once, the guy's going, oh, what the hell? What the hell? And you will get advantage on these things, but unfortunately, even with advantage, he's completely powerless to hit it, but it just bounces off his scale mail armor, I want to say. Yeah, it just bounces off his chainmail, in fact, and just bounces off. So you rush in, scimitars flying, but clank, clank. So you hit him, but no damage done thanks to the armor. What?
Okay.
What the hell? Soren.
I cast sleep in this little circle here.
Okay. Do you want to roll your sleep thing?
Right there.
You do that,
I did it earlier. I got a 21.
21.
Yeah.
So this is where you're casting it right here?
Yeah.
Falls to the ground, napping.
Yay.
Okay. Do you want to move in? Anything else you want to do, Soren?
I'll move into the room just to be out of the way.
Both guys are asleep or just one?
Just one. This guy is
Okay.
very much awake. Roman.
So I'm gonna cast sleep, and can I use the original roll that I already had
Sure.
rolled? Sweet.
Which was 30.
So it'd be 20 points, I think it was.
28, what you hit, yeah.
And that should
Okay.
be able to put him to sleep, hopefully.
Okay, it does. It puts him to sleep as well. And I'm going to need stealth checks from Soren and Rafe, as I assume Rafe, you tried to come in and quietly kill him. So stealth checks from Soren and Rafe.
Oof.
Oof.
I'm not
Soren,
even gonna use the frickin' bardic inspiration for that.
you hear people saying from across here, what the hell's going on in there? And
Like
Can I
nothing.
cast,
Everything's fine.
Can I cast Disguise Stealth on myself and look like one of the guards that we just put to sleep?
on your turn, you can, absolutely.
I like how Soren is louder casting sleep than Rafe was running in with the swords.
I'm just like everything's fine. How are you?
So we were down to
I went.
Soren, yes, Soren. So Soren, you come in and you cast sleep, and Roman follows it up with another sleep, and both of these guys fall asleep. But then you hear noise from coming over here. But how did Soren and Roman? I'm confused how Roman got a turn. Have I missed something? Let's see. Rafe came in, swung his swords and missed. Soren cast sleep. And then it was... then this guy was already asleep, so that's fine. Sammy had to go. Armistice we're not worried about. Erix, we'll still let you do that, Roman, but we'll go through this in order now. Erix, what do you do? Armistice
just gonna-
rushes over to the...
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna climb the rope.
Okay, make me a stealth check. Okay.
Nice.
So let's say you rush up and you're on here and you're keeping pretty low. Armistice. Let's roll for Armistice.
He's not very stealthy.
Don't say that. You're gonna make it bad.
I already rolled a 1. How can it get worse?
What if he also rolls a 1?
It's still like a 10. Don't we?
Well, Armistice, for his stealth, he has a +9. Let's have a look.
Wow.
So it's still be a 10 if he rolls a 1.
I didn't come through via that, but he rolled a natural 17 for a 26.
Oof.
So he zooms. Whoops.
He's alright.
He's alright, so he zooms up here as well, keeping low. Now that's your turn to get up there. Samuel would have had a turn by now. Let's get Samuel's stealth roll.
You got this, Samuel.
Okay. Now, gonna make some quick adjustments to his. He's gonna be, say, 14. And he's used to hiding around in the shadows, so I'm going to give him a +3 to his stealth. Now let's see how stealthy is Samuel. Climbs up the rope. Ah, natural 20!
Hey.
So Samuel scurries up here and he keeps down. So you're kind of pretty low to the ground as you scramble up there. Roman, now you cast it, and this other guy falls asleep. And he's not going to get a turn. Roman, once you cast it, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I want to walk over to the door and go and open it and go like, everything's okay. I just fell.
This door is already open. This is the door that you hear sounds coming from.
Oh, cool. So I'll come over to this door then and open it.
Has he changed disguise stuff? He can't, right? He just is asleep, right?
Yep.
So wait next turn, I think, to do that, Roman.
I mean, you can talk at the door, but you definitely still look like Roman at the moment.
Oh, okay. So my sleep. So I went out of turn when I used the sleep spell originally.
Yeah, that's almost kind of rewinding it, but yeah.
Okay. That
So
makes sense.
this turn, like with your 6.13, it's their turn now, and you cast sleep, and they fall asleep. So
Yeah. Okay.
I'll say you.
And then can I drag this guy over here, like towards, or like, does the door swing open this way, or does it swing over this way?
It swings inwards, so like that. If that makes sense.
Perfect. So, can I move the guy like to be like right here, so that way, if the door was to open, he'd basically like be hidden by the door opening?
No, because that's going to require an action.
Okay.
Your action.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna stay up here and yell.
Please don't yell.
Okay, I'm not gonna.
There's guards in other towers, so.
Okay. So the guy in front of you is still asleep. Guard opens the door, looks around, says, What the hell's going on here? Are you sleeping on the job? Who in the living fuck are you? And says, George, get the hell over there. Someone apparently called George. Not George, sorry. Jeffrey. Jeffrey. No, not Jeffrey either. Frank, get over here. And you hear rushing sounds of footsteps. Rafe, what do you do?
I rush him.
Okay.
Only melee character in the bunch right now.
You got Eris.
Okay, so this one connects as you swing with your weapon and it cuts deeply across the chest of this guy. 9 slashing damage. Oh, God damn it, we're under attack! We're under attack! And your second one comes. It's, we're under attack! And, cut him down to size. Yeah. I've been dying to press this button. I'm going to assume that Hana comes in, miraculously carries you across the thing as he gallops across.
Oh, I love it.
I'll be wanting to press that button. I can't wait any longer. There we go. Hana comes, dashes you across, and leaves to go back where you were. Okay, right, but regardless, you come in and you attack once, push, twice, push, cut the guy down mid scream. Thorin.
I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna cast sleep again inside this room.
Okay. Make me another. Roll me some more dice.
Cool.
Now, so all the active combatants are dead or sleeping. But this guy did yell out that we're under attack. He's inside of a tower. Judas, since it's your
Yes.
life on the line here, I want you to roll me a luck check. And I want you to roll me a d20, and I advise you I'd roll high.
There you go.
Let's go.
So you all think, oh, shit, the gig's up as you hear this guy screaming. Fortunately, he's inside of the tower. If it was out here, it'd be a different story, but he's literally surrounded by stone. And you all can't help but take an inhale of breath, and you wait. There's a few dogs barking. Everything else appears calm, though. Seems the luck of the gods is on your side. So you just the sound of dogs barking.
Cool.
Well,
So with the dead body, we should probably remove it from here.
yeah, that one's just straight dead.
Yeah.
Let's search the bodies and see if they have keys.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely what I'm doing. I'm also stealing their armor.
Also, search the ones that are sleeping for the same thing.
Yeah.
Atta girl, steal that armor.
Any armor, any money, any extra things, it's all going in the bag.
They're wearing chainmail. And they've all got shields as well.
No
So,
problem, guys. Go ahead.
I mean, you can take the chain, absolutely. It's going to take a while to get it off him, though. It's tied on with buckles and various pieces of things. It's going to take you a good 10 minutes to take it off and a good 10 minutes to put it on, Eris.
And we gotta tie these guys up and get out here. The spell's only lasts a minute.
No, sleep lasts until they're woken up, I
Yeah.
believe.
No, I just looked it up.
Creature.
Duration's 1 minute.
Oh, let's...
Time to bonk him on the head, guys.
Yeah.
So-
Uh,
I thought they were asleep until they're woken up, but you're right.
Alright,
Duration
so
won't
tie
be
him
good.
up and gag him.
Yep.
Yep. Tie them up and gag them.
And the body, after they've searched it, I want to throw it off the edge of the wall right in this corner.
I'm gonna take the armor off of the one guy that's dead. Or you know what?
Takes
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Can I just like chuck his body in my bag?
I mean, we can just
The
put him
whole thing?
off
Just
the
took him
wall
over
here.
here and we'll get him on the way out.
We can get him on the way out. He's dead. He ain't going nowhere. We don't have time for the armor. They're gonna wake up in a minute,
I mean,
which is already
tie him up
concerning because
first.
this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're, I'm assuming, dragging this guy in?
Yes.
Yeah. Tying all these guys up, basically. All these guys are asleep, we're tying up.
Hey,
So,
they-
there's 3 of them.
Can we get
Um,
Armistice to go grab this guy?
Or Rafe grab him.
I mean, Armistice
Sneakily.
is sneakier.
That's true.
Armistice, Armistice, hey dudes, man, there's dogs down here. They're gonna start barking at me. Is that what we want? Maybe this guy's just gonna think he's asleep. I can go get him if you want, but the dogs, man, come on.
Fair. Okay. Yeah, we'll just tie all these people up then.
and
Okay.
do what with them? Like,
Well,
that's
we can gag them at least. Like,
Throw him over.
this guy's gonna wake up.
Throw him over.
do you want us to just kill them all? Like,
Oh, I guess we could throw them over. Yeah.
I know you
They're
can
not gonna
call him
look-
up, gag him, and
Oh,
throw
yeah.
him over the hill. They may live, may not. I don't know, but
I mean, they'll land on the dead body. It's kind of cushy, I guess.
I'll say if you want to kill them, you can. There's no rolls required. It's like a dagger to the throat type of deal. So
I'd rather not. That
Coup de
feels
grace.
dirty.
well, that's why I'm saying just tag them. Because if you throw them off, it's like you said like a 40-foot drop. They're gonna fucking die.
the thing is that this guy's gonna wake up, and the first thing he's gonna do is walk over here.
Well, we can bar the door. I mean, he's gonna notify people regardless, unless we go down there and get him. So
He just fell asleep, so he didn't know. He'll be oblivious. He didn't know anything happened to him. He'll be embarrassed. Maybe that's about it. The
yeah,
only problem, he'll be noticing his guys aren't at their posts.
yeah.
Malcolm putting a timer on for 1 minute as you guys are discussing and debating back and forth. The timer is on. Tick.
I say
Up.
time
Go.
up, gag him, bar the door.
Yep.
And you're
That's-
leaving this guy to fate.
Yep.
Okay, I assume you're in the tower, Roman.
Unless anyone says otherwise, like I don't want to make
Yeah,
the executive
I mean,
decision here.
Oh,
Should
you're
we
good.
should we try and just snipe that guy with crossbows all at the same time?
This guy?
Yeah.
Could take it go real quick. Try to take him out.
I mean, unfortunate, but
If that's the
Uh,
case, I'll just. How much damage does this do? I can't even kill him in one hit. Yeah, if we want to all do something to kill him,
Alright.
I guess.
So we're all gonna line up right here and then just take shots at him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take shots.
Alright.
Your decision is made. Time's up.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
can he even do anything against that?
No.
No, he's asleep.
I don't
We
know.
can still miss though. So that's the only thing.
Well, let's roll it anyway. He rolls an 8, so it hits regardless. So you cast. Whoops. Eris, you're casting Mind Sliver. Very nice. So guys, and you see, and that actually wakes him up. And the
Yeah.
Mind Sliver hits. He wakes up and. What the hell? But it does take 5 points of damage. Wraith, you managed to hit the side of a building, but not much else.
I rolled a
Roman.
22.
Yeah, we'll get there. So, Roman, you do take your shot with your light crossbow. Goes across and sinks into the body. He's still up, though. Oh, down, I guess, but still alive.
Can Armistice, does Arm have
Oh, that is so Armistice, so yes.
And Soren's sit there too.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Armistice. This is a straight roll for him because it doesn't see him, but he's also prone. It's harder to hit. Those rolls should have been a disadvantage, but we'll let that slide. But this one will be a straight hit as he gets there, gets his crossbow ready, lines it up, shoots, and he rolls a 17 plus 7, which is a 24. And the damage for that is a d6 plus 5. He rolls a 4. Got the what? And down he goes. That was enough to kill him. So Armistice comes out, shoots his crossbow, sticks him deep, and he ducks back in. Now,
Cool.
the only problem is there's a dead body out there now. And Sammy says, "What? That was A, highly amazing, but B, man, that kind of sucked. We need to move. Let's tie these pricks up and get out of here."
Yep. Agreed.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this is a group check as you're all frantically working together to try and tie these up. So everybody in here, make me a straight survival check, including Samuel. Survival is wisdom.
Yes.
Okay, so we got a 16, a 9, a 2,
Dang.
11. And Eris is still looting. Give Armistice
Dang.
a survival check. Armistice rolls a 14.
You just
Okay.
killed him.
You guys are leaving blood patterns everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah, but you've tied them up to the best of your ability. I've noted down these rolls. Armistice, as I said, got a 14. I'll just make a note of that. that have beyond 20 done up, but Armistice rolled a 14. Shit, what? That's the best we can do. What? So, and they do wake up and they struggle a little bit, but you gag them. And they see they're in and they're not really actively trying to escape. What do you do with this guy?
We threw him over the.
We threw him over the edge. Yeah.
Over here, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have Armistice do that, and Armistice is going to try and do it as sneaky as he possibly can. And
Lower
he
down
rolls
the row.
24.
Dang.
Comes and dumps some dead splats over here, so if you survive this, you have a suit of chainmail and a shield. And you looted 3 shields, I think you said? Eris? Yep, okay.
Down we go, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just losing my own bearings here. I'm going to say, Rafe, you hear voices from down below as well. Like as you descend this thing at the ground level of this tower, there are more voices here. And this is like a circular staircase that goes around the outside of the tower, but you do hear voices below as well. They haven't reacted to the shenanigans going on above, but there are 2 more guards down below.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna go, guys. You got any other tricks you want to do? We're just going straight down.
I can try to put more people to sleep. I don't know how much room is down there though.
I mean, I'll go in front. You can go right behind me, and then you can zap anybody you see.
Okay.
But when you run out of spells, or if you can't do it, let me know, and I'll rush in and start hitting.
Okay.
Okay, so Rafe, you're leading the way?
Yeah.
Okay, let me...
So one right behind him.
Okay, so if you see over to the left of the map over here, this is the part that you're descending down into. And then there are stairs down here that go even further down that will lead you to the underground thing. So, let's roll in again.
Right.
Get Armistice in. We'll get Samuel in.
Close.
Where's Samuel? There's Samuel. Okay, I'm going to say, since you're leading the way, Rafe, I'm going to give you a 22 initiative. There you go, as you rush in going forward. Okay. So you rush down the stairs?
Yep.
Okay, so you zoom down the stairs and you end up, we'll say, right here. That's the extent of your movement, though, as you rush down the stairs. You could either get close to them, or you could do a ranged attack. What would you like to do, Rafe?
Ain't close. So you says, do I have movement or?
No, that's your movement to get down there.
Yeah. So I hold my attack for they get closer.
Okay, hold the attack. So you rush down the stairs, and you get ready, and you get your scimitars out, and getting ready to attack. One of them says, "Ah, shit. You made a bad mistake, boy!" And he rushes over to attack you. Your prepared action goes off, Rafe, and you may attack him.
Yep.
Okay,
I
that
don't-
hits. That hits. So
I
first
don't-
one-
I don't get my offhand attack on a hold out. It's a bonus action.
Okay, but digs deep into the guy. Guy screams out in pain. Says, he kind of wipes the blood off his side where you hit him, and says, "Pay for that, boy." And he brings out his long sword and whoosh, rolls an 18.
Yep.
So the longsword digs deep into you and he says, "Ha, you like the taste of that, boy?" And he swings at you again, this time rolling 11, and it just goes, whoosh, you dodge the second one. And that's his turn. Armistice, what would Armistice do? I think
18 hits. 18 hits.
Yeah, but the
What's
second attack was 11.
Okay, but you hit with 18, right?
Yep, so 9 points of 9
damage?
9 points of
9.
slashing damage.
Okay. Okay, that's what I missed. Okay.
So Armistice is going to come down here, just kind of above the stairs. We're getting a clear view of them. And he's going to take his sneak attack shot at the guy there. Yeah, just a normal shot with his crossbow. He rolls a 19, which is enough to hit. And he does 6. What's the sneak attack damage from? I assume it's a d6.
Mm-hmm.
So he does a total of 7 points of damage. And with the combination of Rafe hitting him and Armistice coming in and just shooting an arrow right into his guts, he falls over, gurgles and groans and goes to the ground. Soren.
So I'll go down behind Armistice, I guess.
Okay. You
What
could
do I
get
do?
there if you wanted to, just in front of Rafe. It's up to you.
Sure.
But that's your movement.
I can't kill this guy, so I'm just gonna use sleep again.
Okay, roll for sleep.
Ooh.
Ooh, they have 16 hit points. Spoiler.
Oh, yay! Perfect.
Down he goes.
Cool.
With the sound of the guy thinking, "Shit, what the hell's going on?" and the text, you hear barking coming from outside, and the dogs are just going absolutely nuts. Eris.
How far can I get downstairs?
I mean, it's getting a bit cramped. You can get just behind Armistice there.
I can try to use sleep on the dogs if you guys want me to.
Let's see if
I
they
only
come
have
in.
one left though.
Yeah, let's see if they come in or if we go down farther or.
Are we able to barricade the door at the top? Like at the tower? Did we try that? Yeah, whatever, it's fine.
We said we
They're
did, yeah.
dogs. Okay.
You can get further down here if you take the dash action, but things are pretty crowded on these stairs now.
I can take dash as a bonus action.
Oh, well, there we go.
Yeah. I will do so.
Still
This
have your
guy's
action.
knocked out. So, there's not really anything for me to do at the moment, is there? I'll check out the room, I guess.
It's just a guard's room. It's pretty nondescript. Couple of chairs, tables, not much else. But a hell of a lot of barking coming from outside.
You can block that door if you can. Eris, can you tinker that door?
I can't get to that door because I used all my movement.
Okay.
But yeah, it's my turn.
Okay, Roman. Dash down the stairs.
So I am going to. So is the barking coming from like right outside that first door right there?
Here, let me show you. So this is the top of the wolf's kennel. This is actual wolf kennels over here, and this is where the barking is coming from.
Just hang on. They're not coming at us yet.
Oh, they're definitely. I mean, it seems very obviously that they're caged, but they are barking maniacally,
Yeah. Okay.
i.e., doing their jobs.
There's hella dogs, and that my sleep is not going to do nothing to all of those. So, I am going to. Should we just tie this guy up real quick?
Yeah, that's
Sure.
what I was thinking.
I
I'll
would-
just take my turn to tie him up.
Okay, make me a survival check.
I was just gonna say at the point we're at, we've already killed 2 guards. We might as well just kill them.
Okay, I'll just kill him with my spear.
That's way too casual.
Oh, but killing the other 2 was fine. Like,
Well, what should I do?
you
do
do
whatever
whatever.
you want to do. It's your turn.
Your character, yep.
So
Yeah.
it's either survivor or a coup de grace.
All right, I'm gonna kill him with my spear.
Poof, dead. As I said, you don't need to even roll for this. It's just a helpless thing. You can slit his throat or whatever. So even without a roll, you kill him. Okay, but that's your turn.
Cool.
Dashing down, doing it. This guy just got massacred. Samuel scoots down. Apparently not very good on initiative, Mr. Samuel. And he comes down, and I'm going to say he sees... Herman, what the fuck are you doing?
Wait, who said that to me? Samuel?
Yeah.
What, about killing the guy?
He's defenseless. We could have tied him up like the other guys. Look, why these guys are idiots? While they're working for the assembly, that man had a family, probably children as well. Trying
What
to
about that guy
decrease-
that just died over there?
But in
We
combat,
can talk about
that's...
this later, buddy.
You're right. What are we gonna do about these fucking dogs? He says in a whisper, in an angered whisper, and he uses dash action to kind of get down there. Rafe,
All right, which way are we going to get to the UDS?
you can just continue down here if you like.
Okay, that's what he'll do.
Okay, so you descend the stairs. The stairs kind of end in a trap door, which you need to, like, it's on the floor. You flip open the trap door.
Mm-hmm.
And you go down and then the trap door. Just
Yes. Yep, just going straight down. He's been pretty straightforward.
okay, you jump down. And this is what you see. You jump down right before 2 guards and say, "Oh, what the hell?" And I'm gonna roll them into initiative, and we'll see how this pans out. But it takes your full dash and everything to get down there. We'll reorder this with the Rafe at the top. He's dead. He's dead. Armistice. Armistice dashes down his rope, gets right next to Rafe. But that's his action once again. Soren, you heading down there as well?
Yeah.
Let's see, you get down there, but there's no room for you actually descend in there. You see Armistice and Rafe right there. You can't physically get past them. It's just too crowded. But you get as close as you can. Yep.
Can I see past them? Or no?
No, not with the trapdoor. Like, they've gone down the trapdoor, and you see them at the base of the trapdoor.
Oh, gotcha.
But you don't see anything.
Okay.
So you're waiting just above there. There's room you can get down there. Okay, the guy reacts to you guys being there. Actually, Armistice, I put on 24 hit points because he would have taken that short rest. One of the assemblers says, "God damn it!" Comes forward, swings twice with his long sword at Armistice. Armistice's hit points, and Armistice just dodges out the way, no problem. That this swishes over his head. Both attacks from the longsword miss. Roman.
I'm going to run downstairs as well, and then I'm going to take a shot at the one that's attacking Armistice.
Okay, I'll allow that. It will be a disadvantage though, as the angles are all weird. You're kind of shooting down through this trapdoor, so make an attack at disadvantage. Yeah, the guy doesn't even see it coming, but it bounces off his chainmail shirt and just crashes to the ground. Now, the other assembled... wait. He went... Oh, I didn't roll the right guy out, so I need to roll this guy into initiative. So he would have got an attack. So this guy going to rush forward and attack Wraith, bring out his long sword, attacks once, attacks twice, and Wraith just clangs off your armor, no problem. And that's, I think we're back to Wraith now. Samuel dashes down. Roman to death. Yep, Wraith.
You're gonna swing at this guy.
Okay. Let's take a swing.
First one.
You're just about to hit him, but he raises up his shield at the last time and it clangs off his shield.
Okay.
And that throws you completely off balance. The other one just switches by. Armistice is going to bring out his
I'm gonna move through this character to get to over here, just to get like
No,
the
I
guys down.
can't see what's going on. Just a
It's to
heads
the far
up.
left. It's to the far left.
You have to move
Oh,
through
no,
the-
it's down below.
Yeah.
It's
You're
down below.
technically not in there yet.
This is what's happening down here. And you can't move
Cool.
through an enemy square.
Yeah. Okay. I was trying to make space for people. I was trying to do, but okay.
Yeah, that's hard. Okay. So you swing, you miss. Armistice is going to get out his dagger. And this is the dagger that you didn't like, Eris. This is the one that you thought was bad news. Regardless, he takes out the dagger, tries to stab it up through the ribcage, taking a sneak attack. And he rolls a 19 for a 27. And firstly, he does 7 points of damage plus another d6 for 11 points of damage. So he gets his dagger, and while this guy's engaged with Wraith, he just brings it up and drives it into his ribcage for a total of 11 points of damage. The guy is still up. And you notice some of the blood. Rafe, you notice this, but only you notice this. Notice when he hits him, some of the blood turns into smoke and kind of comes into Armistice's vicinity, and he kind of breathes it in. A mystery for another day. What's happening? Soren!
Can I get down there?
You can't, but I'll allow you to attack at disadvantage as you're shooting down through this trapdoor.
Well, I was gonna try to sleep again.
No,
But I
I
don't-
mean, we're just killing them anyway.
I mean, Soren actually hasn't killed any of them, and he doesn't really want to.
Yeah, but also, I mean, it helps because guys' AC is kind of high.
I'll attack this one.
Okay.
You said disadvantage.
Yep. Okay,
Wow.
so war. Yeah, the
On the bottom one.
yeah, so you cast Firebolt on the one at the bottom and 10 points of damage?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, the guy just absolutely erupts in fire and starts screaming and groaning. He's not good. And you see a burnt crisp of a person right there.
Oh no, I attacked the other guy.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
That was a better one.
I don't want to attack that one.
10 damage. Okay, so I'll bring this guy back to life. There we go. But yeah, he's screaming and groaning, trying to put out the fire on his arms, which he eventually does. Eris!
There's also no room for me down there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over to this door over here and try my best to find shit to barricade it while those guys are doing whatever they're doing over there.
There's a
Tinker the
corpse.
locks.
Okay, that
Tinker the
sounds...
locks with your.
Make a survival check, Eris.
Survival.
As you go around and try and close this thing up. And
There you go.
manage to close it, and I'm going to put a little 15 there to remind myself. Okay, so Eris, you go and get all the bits and pieces and jam it up. It looks you're pretty happy with your job, but that will be your turn. these assembled guys, they're just annoyed. Both of them are going to attack Rafe. So, they take out their longsword. The first guy says, "You and your friends won't help me if you die." He swings once, rolls an 18, rolls again, rolls a 16. Both hit?
Nope, just 18.
Okay, so the first one digs into your skin for 5 points of damage. And the second one you managed to parry away, which is quite lucky because the second one did 10 points of damage. But here the guy said, "Squelch him off! Take one of these pricks down with us!" And his buddy swings twice with his longsword again. And he rolls a 12 and a 12. So Ray, being in close combat before, you just managed to dodge out the way, no problem. Roman.
I'm going to take another pop shot at him.
Okay.
My light crossbow.
So, yep, they will hit the one to the north. It digs deep into his flesh, but it does not take him down. He's still up. Oh, actually, that should have been a disadvantage. I take it back. That misses.
Oh,
So
okay.
shooting down in the hole doesn't work. This guy is dead. Samuel will attempt to take a shot as well with his short bow. And misses horribly. Rafe, back to you. These guys are looking pretty bad.
Yep, swinging the top guy. There we go. Oh gosh.
13,
Yeah.
once again. Can't get through his chainmail shirt.
Yep, swinging again. Yeah. Let's see this.
Clangs off his shield. Clangs off his shield this time, but bonk.
Yep.
No damage.
Alright, that's it.
Armistice, though, brings out this dagger once again. Drives it into the guy. Rolls a 21. Doing 6. Well, that 6 is enough. Drives his dagger deep into this guy, and the guy falls to the ground. And once again, you see the blood turning into a wispy smoke and flowing somehow into Armistice. Soren.
So can I climb down now, finally?
Yeah. Yeah, you can. I'm going to say you can climb down in the space left by that guy. So,
Cool.
Soren, you're right there.
Cool. Oh, jeez, I don't have anything for close. Oh God. So I guess I'm gonna
Fight him.
yeah, I'm gonna bite him. Soren's getting a little angry, and I think it's been over a day since he's fed, actually, since we've been in town. So yeah, no, this would fit. So yeah, he's gonna just a little nibble.
You bent your teeth.
Just a little nibble. Just a nibble. Just 1 second. Give me. Yeah, you bare your teeth and you start chewing down on this one, and you see something come over Soren. It's not nice to see as the animal comes out of Soren, and you just absolutely rip the guy to shreds.
Cool.
And down he goes.
And his eyes will kind of slowly start to fade from red to purple again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, all active combatants are dead. Yeah.
Oof.
I think this is where we'll pick it up from next week. Because while you guys got down here, it hasn't gone perfectly, shall we say.
I was trying so hard not to kill people, but then Rafe started mowing people down.
I mean, what can we do? I don't have sleep.
Well, well done for getting this far, but yeah, I've taken note of those survivor rolls, and still got dogs
figured.
barking. Nobody dealt with the dogs.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Oh, and I would have bonus action given myself 1 first level spell slot back with my sorcery points.
Point. Okay, great, guys. But that's where we'll end it. And yeah, I know that was a quiet session for you, Udas, but
No worries. I had fun watching.
oh, great. Okay, but I do gotta bounce. But thanks, guys. Lots of fun as always. We'll see you next week.
Thanks a lot.
See you next
Appreciate
week.
it.
Okay, bye.